Welcome back to part 2 of... We're talking about the playoffs now.
Oh my god.
Great transition, Jaden.
Perfect.
I'm Jaden, that's Ryan, that's Zach, that's Zara.
Oh, you're so
Going to
enthusiastic.
the playoffs.
Playoffs! Whoa. Okay.
Playoffs?
Anyway, what is the first playoff game? I know what it is. And I can't wait for it.
What is it?
Raiders. Las Vegas Raiders. Traveling to Cincinnati. This is going to be one of the better games of the weekend. I honestly think so.
I believe all games are good games. They are playoffs.
I think,
they are playoff teams.
All of them.
I think this is going to be like the top 3 of the Wildcard Weekend, and I can't wait. This is a great matchup for both teams. Cincinnati can. Yeah.
It's funny because I saw an alert from ESPN today. It said Cincinnati, the Bo Jackson curse. Cincinnati has not won a playoff game since injuring Bo Jackson, and that was the Raiders. It's the Bengals. Maybe Cincinnati will finally get their play against the Raiders.
I hope to God the Bengals get blown the fuck out.
You just don't want to see. You know they haven't won since 1991. Like, let them have a win.
No. You know, no one in modern history has This is a stat that gets thrown out every year. Since for like the last 5 years, I've seen the stat. No one in modern technology, whatever, in the 21st century, has texted that the Bengals have won a playoff victory.
Yep.
Last Bengals playoff win was 1991, like you said. The first text message sent was 1992.
Yep.
So,
that's amazing.
Bengals looking for some history today.
I'm gonna be happy no matter what team wins, because I want them both in the playoffs, and I'd be happy with whoever wins.
But see, for the reason that my dad's a Bengals fan, I want the Bengals to win. I also enjoy watching the Bengals. I could say that the AFC team I could be a fan of is the Bengals. So yes, I want the Bengals to win. But Raiders are fun to watch too, and I want to see Derek Carr succeed because he got screwed over that one year he made the playoffs and he broke his leg, I think it was. So on one hand, I want to see the Bengals win, but on the other hand, I'd be fine with either. But no, it's just crazy because the Bengals have made the playoffs for I don't know, at least 5 times in the last 10 years, and they still have not won, which is shocking.
They haven't been to the playoffs since 2015, and they were going to win that game, and then Vontaze Burfict had other ideas.
Also, Jeremy Hill decided to fumble.
Well,
that was the down.
I firmly believe the Vontaze Burfict hit did 2 things to NFL history. 1, the Bengals did not win.
Completely.
2,
it also
Antonio Brown is Antonio Brown today because of what Vontaze
exactly. No, I remember watching it. I was like, the Bengals are going to finally get a win. Like I remember when they got the interception, like 2 something left, and then Jeremy Hill runs, fumbles the ball, and then I'm like, there's no way this is going to happen. And then the first penalty brings them down to 50, and then the second penalty by Vontaze Burfict, like Bengals.
Antonio Brown lost 30 IQ points.
That was with Andy Dalton. Joe Burrow was different. That was with Andy Dalton. Joe Burrow, I feel like he can get them a win.
I hope to God the Raiders blow their fuck out.
The thing with the Bengals.
I respect you, Zach, for keeping.
I hope to God the Raiders win.
See, the thing with both of these teams is that I can honestly see both of these teams making a Super Bowl run. It's a little bit harder to predict for the Raiders.
I just said this is the same Raiders that you said are not winning a single game after that John Gruden fired.
I did say that.
I do remember that, yeah.
I have since then changed my opinion. of course.
Mm.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Here's my opinion just a little bit.
I don't know if they can make it to the Super Bowl though.
You saw Irvin
That-
get
they're-
fired. Maybe
just statistically speaking,
walking back.
they are the hottest team in the AFC playoff picture right now.
What do you mean that? What do you mean by that?
The Raiders?
They're on a 4-game win streak. That's the longest win streak out of any team in the AFC right now.
That is not what I
So-
thought. That's
Statistically, that's what I meant. So technically, it's the Chiefs because they won 9 out of 10.
Thank you.
The Patriots, I guess.
And they cooled off.
Yeah, they've cooled
They did
off.
cool off.
The Colts game cooled
I
them off.
fully thought the Colts. I still can't get over this because I thought the Colts were the most dangerous team in the playoffs, and then they playoff.
Duval, baby.
I said the Colts have to make it first.
I
So
thought they were dangerous in the playoffs, but then again, it is Carson Wentz.
The Colts pissed me off too.
because
Can I just say,
can't win.
what the Eagles got out of the trade? They made the playoffs. They got a first-round pick and a third-round pick, and like I said, they made the playoffs. And you want to know what the Colts got? They didn't make the
Carson
playoffs.
Wentz. Yeah, Carson Wentz.
Say Eagles won that trade.
He was 100% won that trade.
Yeah.
So, yeah, back to what I was saying. Though, I can see both teams making a Super Bowl run. Sadly, one of them has to lose Saturday. And for me, it comes down to the O-line and the D-line. Which O-line?
When they played each other, who won? They played
Okay.
each other this season. Who won that game?
Bengals, pretty sure.
I want to say it was the Bengals. It was early on in the season.
Yeah,
Remember, we talked about that game on the show.
It
we
was
definitely did. I just don't
32-13.
remember.
32-13 Bengals was in Las Vegas.
It was 30-13.
Yeah. It was November 21st.
What did I say about
Yeah,
that game?
we
when
did
it
talk.
happened?
It was a weird game. That's
So I think
So,
if the
how many
Bengals
wins
win,
were
I
there?
think they can make a deep run and probably make the Super Bowl. I wouldn't be surprised.
See, this is. I
No.
agree with you because this is what I said. The Bengals. I saw this after their Chargers lost, and I remember you guys were here when I said this. The Bengals are a very hot team. They're very hot and cold, but when they are hot, in my opinion, they are unbeatable. As we saw with the Chiefs, they were so good against the Chiefs, and they had such a great game. When they're hot, they're unbeatable, and this is why I said I can see them making a Super Bowl run. The one thing that really screws them is the experience, and experience really matters in the playoffs. And right now, Zach Taylor has no experience. Joe Burrow has no experience. Jamar Chase, no experience. No one on that Bengals team really has experience in the playoffs, and that is where I feel like it's going to cut them short. And that is what I think is the reason why they don't go to the Super Bowl, even though I want them to.
the same could also be said for the Raiders. I mean, Derek Carr, I guess, is the only player on the Raiders team that's went to the playoffs, but
He didn't play in it though.
broke his leg. And
Yeah.
they honestly would have won that game if they had Derek Carr because they didn't lose by much.
I mean, it was a battle of backup quarterbacks.
First
Honestly.
strings. Because, funny enough, week 17 of that year, the backup to Derek Carr also broke his leg.
I remember that.
So
Who was
that
it?
was
Who was the
Didn't Connor Cook play then?
Connor Cook played. He was the third
Connor
string.
Cook played.
Yeah. And they played against the Texans, and who was the Texans backup? I forgot.
No, it
well,
was
Wasn't it like
just
they were
Ryan?
throwing
Brock
out.
Osweiler. It was Brock
Brock
Osweiler.
Osweiler.
No, it was not. No. Brock
Oh,
Osweiler
Brock
was not
Osweiler
the
played the
Texans
game.
Was it
backup.
TJ
played.
Yates?
He played. He just sucked.
It was TJ Yates. No, he's right. It was
TJ
TJ Yates. It was
No,
TJ
Brock
Yates.
Osweiler played that game. Brock Osweiler played
Yeah,
that
no,
game.
Brock played that game.
Are
And
you
they
sure?
won. They won like 20
Yeah.
to 13. Like it was stupid close for.
I remember that the Raiders that year was so fun to watch. Khalil Mack, Michael Crabtree. That was a fun year for the Raiders.
With that.
And then Gridiron Heights made the song that jinxes the team because they did it for the Bears too, and it completely jinxed them. It was beautiful.
I remember that. Love the Gridiron Heights. Gridiron Heights, top tier show.
Well,
You know,
with that,
can I just say, thing about jinxes is that like the Manning curse. Thank God Rodgers played, otherwise that would have been the playoffs. He would have lost that game. in the playoffs if it wasn't for that Manning curse. It wasn't for him playing against the Lions.
Yeah.
Because he went on the Monday Night Football the week before.
Yeah.
And they lost the Lions. So
Thank
curses are real.
Thanks, Lions.
You're welcome.
So I guess
I'm
with
okay
that,
with it.
we're going to give our first prediction of the Wildcard Weekend. Who wants to go first?
I will. Raiders win 105-0.
Okay, do a real prediction.
Okay. Raiders. I honestly think the Raiders could win this game. Raiders 28-24. It's going to be close. These teams are both decent.
Okay, I'm picking Bengals.
Yeah, two big Bengals.
But I'm thinking of a score because, like, Raiders kick a lot.
They do.
They kick a lot, but also so do the Bengals and Evan McPherson. I could see it being high scoring. I want to say 30-23.
Okay.
I got Bengals.
Oh.
Sorry, buddy. I got Bengals.
Fine.
Uh-huh. I think it's just going to be because they're gonna kick. So I'm saying 28 Bengals, 17 Raiders.
43-17.
I think the Bengals are going to keep going. I think the Bengals are going to have a hot streak against they're going to start getting hot. They're hyped up for the playoffs. I think they're ready.
I am sadly for Zara and Jaden. I'm going with the Raiders.
Yeah.
I think it will be 24-22. I think they're both going to play both games. There's going to be a lot of field goals on both sides. Just the Raiders are just going to do a little bit more than the Bengals, and I think Max Crosby, Unique Ngakoue, they're going to get after Joe Burrow. And yes, Jamar Chase has basically just taken away the "we should have drafted a tackle" narrative, but this is the playoffs where you need an offensive line, and they're going to double team Jamar Chase.
So are you finally on board the Chase pick?
Listen, I've been on board with the Chase pick since like week 3. Since whatever the second or third game he went off, I was like, okay, Chase is a great pick. But
okay, wait.
I think
Sorry.
I have no clue what you just said. You cut
say
out.
again?
Say that again?
Yeah, I'm cutting out. You said you've been on board since when?
What?
Week 3?
Week 3, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds about right.
So this is the playoffs, though, and this is where the O lines and D lines matter. And like I said, I think this comes down to which O line versus which D line is going to have it. And I think the Raiders O line can hold the Bengals D line. Bengals D line, yes, it's good, but I don't see it doing very much against this Raiders O line. And I don't think the Bengals O line can hold Max Crosby, Unique Ngakoue, Quentin Jefferson in the pass rush game, which is a very good strength for the Raiders. Yes, their secondary isn't the best, but when you have a pass rush like that, and I know, trust me, I've watched Unique Ngakoue in the playoffs. I know what he can do. I know Zach knows what Unique Ngakoue can do. So, Unique Ngakoue is a dog.
Maddie's gone, yes.
Unique Ngakoue is going to reinsert himself into the top DN conversation after this playoffs, and it's going to start Saturday against the Bengals.
Wow, that's a bold take.
Buddy, high hopes.
To be
Boy,
fair, the
it's
Bengals
not-
line still is not that good.
It's not amazing. It's not, but it's not
I
awful.
also think the Bengals are just like 1 year ahead of themselves. If that makes sense. Like they're gonna.
Oh,
I
they
think
are very much, yes.
this off season they're gonna go after offensive line. There's no doubt about it. And
Burrow's still the most sacked quarterback in the NFL. They have to. He was sacked.
I still don't know why they didn't target Corey Linsley. Chargers were smart, but I don't know why they didn't even target him.
they had what's his name from Bama.
Because Mike Brown is the cheapest owner in football.
That too.
Mike Brown's the cheapest, most scumbag.
Literally,
One of the
an
most
elite
scumbag owners.
Right now they're the Bengals, but at heart
elite
he's the
center was
Bucs.
available. It just didn't make sense because an elite center was available, and like
We weren't
top
gonna
center
pay
in the
him.
league. The deal he got, I think the Bengals could have done.
Not for their owner. That don't mean nothing to that owner. Mike Brown, I've seen him squander good things. He's a cheap ass. Mike Brown's a cheap ass.
Anyway, moving on.
What's next?
Well, this is an interesting game. It's the first of two repeats in the playoffs. Third game of this crazy divisional series. We're tied 1-1, and we're in Buffalo for Saturday night. Mac Jones in his first playoff action. Bill Belichick, obviously, he's been there for years and years. And then, of course, the upstart Bills, second AFC championship in a row. Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs and crew looking to add upon last year's AFC championship run. What do you guys see in this game?
Someone else go instead of me. I have a hard time.
It's tough because each team knows what they're up against. It is in Buffalo. And the first game they did play against each other, the weather was good. So it's tough. I see the Bills winning because I just think they're the better team.
And
I know where Jaden's going.
I think you know my answer.
I'll go.
Bills by 15. No, I think
I think Jaden's going to join Julian Edelman and Patriots Bucks.
I'm gonna put another $50K down.
I'll match your 100K, Julian.
Okay, but no, because like I said, the first game, don't you remember it was a close game, but the weather was so bad that the Bills just kept messing up so many times.
Yeah.
They don't and then the Bills won the second game. This game, Mac Jones threw the ball 3 times and won. I feel like I just don't feel like they can beat the Bills in a normal game under normal circumstances.
The win game showcased our running game, and when there was no wind against the second time,
I
they
agree.
passed a lot more. But now that they've
I completely
measured both of
agree.
them, I think they're going to keep going with the run game, especially with Damian Harris coming off the season that he had.
Run game is great. Your run game is great. Damian Harris, Roger Stevenson, that's great.
Yeah.
Bolden for receiving. I don't know. It's just an interesting thing because I don't know. I just don't see the Bills. The Bills have that experience. We're talking about experience. Mac Jones does not have that experience. Obviously, Bill Belichick has that experience. We clearly know. But
Yeah.
the Bills literally just made the AFC championship last year, and I don't see them getting knocked out by the Patriots. That's
You know who does have experience, Zara? You know who does have experience on the Patriots team?
Mr. Bill Belichick.
The whole defense, the whole O-line, Damian Harris, Jacoby Myers, and Nelson
Wait,
Aguilar.
I thought that whole team was reworked.
No, most of them have already had playoff experience.
The Patriots made the playoffs 2 years ago. People tend to forget
No,
the
I know
Patriots
they did.
made the playoffs 2 years ago.
No, I know they did. I remember that. They lost to the Titans. I remember that game.
Because you got Judon, who's been to the playoffs with the Ravens multiple times.
Judon has been in the playoffs with the Ravens. He's been nice for you guys, by the way.
Yeah, Damian Harris has been to the playoffs. He was ever since he was drafted. I think he went in immediately. Ramondre Stevenson is right behind him. Brandon Bolden has had multiple years of playoff experience.
So maybe you guys
Same
are.
with our
I
wide
don't know. But like the
receivers.
quarterback is.
Bourne has,
I know, but it matters to the quarterback. Like Mac
yeah,
Jones doesn't.
Mac is the only one that doesn't have experience, and that's going to be the key factor in this game
I
if he can
think-
pull it together and play a great game in his first playoff
I think
appearance.
a big loss for the Bills too is Tre'Davious White. Tore his ACL back Thanksgiving Day or Thanksgiving night, I guess. He tore his ACL.
Yeah, that was a big one.
And
It
the
hasn't really stopped
defense.
because their
hasn't
defense
really-
is still like number one in almost everything.
Yeah, I'll give them that. The defense hasn't really slowed down, so I guess my question has been answered. I thought the Bills would have slowed down and honestly would have at that point fell out of the playoff picture. But I mean, they picked it up. They've been playing really good football last 5 weeks of the season. Their only loss in the last 5 weeks was the Patriots. So
Yeah, but
Okay.
yeah, you know who I'm going with. You know,
yeah,
I got my boys.
yeah. Jaden's going with the Patriots. Score prediction though.
Oh, Zara, did you have one?
Oh, I mean, it's going to be close. I think
Be very
it's
close.
going to be. You know what also be missing? Watching that Jets-Bills game. Watching the Jets-Bills game. Stephon Diggs. I feel like he's been getting more. He's been obviously involved in the season, but not as much as last year. But that game, I just kept seeing Stephon Diggs. And I think that's where they're going to rely on this game. I think it's going to be close, though. I'm going to go with 24-21.
Going with let me see. That I'm saying what would that be like maybe like 30, 31, 32 Pats, 24 Bills.
What, do you think Mac Jones could throw for 4 touchdowns?
No, I think there's going to be a
No.
rushing attack though.
Damian Harris is
Damian
going
Harris,
to
I
get
think it's
2
still limited at
goal
practice,
line
but he's
touchdowns.
trending upwards to playing.
Fucking 32? What the what?
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be that high.
What?
I will say I think the Patriots will win here. I
Oh,
think
he's getting more Patriot stuff.
Oh boy, he's
getting
getting
more. Oh, he's getting my Patriots stuff. I'll just say
Here
my
come-
prediction is gonna
Here
be
come
like.
the rings. Oh boy, here we go.
I'll say my Patriots prediction is gonna be like 24-21 Pats. What do you
Alright,
have
Martel.
now?
Just put on
He's
all
got to
his
be
stats.
hot. You have to be burning hot in all of your stuff.
He turned off all of his heat.
You
We
have to
get
be
it.
hot.
You're a Patriots fan.
You have to be hot, bro.
Incredibly hot up here.
I bet.
Killing me.
Just walk outside. Just walk outside real quick. You'll be good.
My prediction. Man, this is gonna be tough. I'm gonna predict OT. I really think this game goes overtime. And I'm predicting 23-17. Gabriel Davis in the back of the end zone. The Buffalo Bills beat the Patriots in advance.
Okay.
Gabriel Davis. That's a fun one.
Gabriel
Oh
Davis
my
has been
gosh,
actually.
he has more.
Of course, he has more.
Gabriel Davis has been playing really well the last month and a half of the season, so I think
I agree with you.
they're going to be very focused on Stephon Diggs early in the game. Later in the game, he's going to start spreading the ball around to Knox, to Cole
See,
Beasley.
Gabriel Davis is definitely Josh Allen's second favorite target, and you could tell.
Yeah.
I feel like he's surpassed Cole Beasley.
Yeah. So it's going to be a fun game, though. I mean, all these games are like we all said.
Yeah.
Is this man
No,
grabbing?
it's
Is he
not-
grabbing more?
What's that?
All right. What's the next game?
Going on to Sunday, the 1:00 game. Philadelphia Eagles.
Ooh.
What
Eagles.
a Tampa Bay. They play.
Eagles.
And this
They
is
go.
a
Knock
fun
Tom
one,
Brady
too.
out.
This is a fun one too, because back in Week 6 on Thursday Night Football, the Eagles were one taunting penalty away from getting the ball back and potentially driving
Yeah,
on the
Rabbi.
Bucs to win the game.
Now, do we remember the last time the Eagles played against Tom Brady in the playoffs?
Oh my gosh, he's gonna keep bringing. You have a strong hatred for Tom Brady.
You know what happened that playoffs?
Yeah.
Miles Jack wasn't down. That's what happened, first of all. Second of all, Jaguars should have won that Super Bowl. Because do you think we're fucking giving Nick Foles 41 fucking points? Are you fucking kidding me? We're not benching Malcolm Butler. We're not benching our Malcolm Butler's Jalen Ramsey. You think we're gonna fucking bench?
Now you said Malcolm Butler and he got off the seat.
Are you kidding me? Anyway,
You said Malcolm Butler and he just stood up.
because he's probably gonna go cry
Malcolm Butler jersey.
about the Eagles. You let the Eagles, the trash-ass Eagles organization, beat you in the fucking Super Bowl.
He's
Fucking
on.
disgrace.
I feel like I need to get my Ravens stuff because he's just like.
Do y'all just get decked out?
Yeah, I'm gonna go grab my Ravens stuff. I'll be right back. I feel attacked now. I need to defend myself. I'll be right back.
I'm not really, I don't like that. But no, I want to see the Eagles win here. They have absolutely no shot, but it will be beautiful to see them win.
Whoa, okay, stop. I'm gonna stop that right there.
You think they have a shot?
Not only do they have a shot, I think the Eagles have a shot to make it to the Super Bowl. And I am not kidding.
I wish I can mute your mic right now.
I think
I
the
wish I
only
was in the
team,
studio.
I swear to God, I think the only team that does not have a shot to make it all the way to the Super Bowl. I'm not saying they're going to win the Super Bowl. I just say they have a shot to make it to the Super Bowl. I think the only team that does not have a shot to make it to the Super Bowl is the Pittsburgh Steelers. Every other team, AFC, NFC, has a shot to make it to the Super Bowl. That's how crazy this NFL season is. And I firmly believe the Eagles, if they get the right momentum, I mean, they have a very strong rushing attack. Since week 7, since Nick Sirianni said, you know what, maybe we should start handing the ball off to our running backs. They've had the number 1 rushing attack in the NFL. Jason Kelsey has been there before. Most of that O-line, or not most of the O-line. So other than Jason Kelsey, that O-line hasn't been to the playoffs. But Jason Kelsey is such a strong leader that he's going to help them in the playoffs. He's going to help calm their nerves down. Jalen Hurts has been fantastic behind Jason Kelsey since he's been back. Devontae Smith broke the Eagles' rookie receiving record. Now let's get to the defense. The defense has been a top 15 unit all season. They've been playing lights out for Nick Sirianni. And yes, Nick Sirianni did not have a good reputation to start his coaching career off in Philadelphia, obviously with the stuttering.
He hates Miles Sanders.
But
he just hates him.
Guess what? Eagles fans don't care because they're in the playoffs. When they were expected to get the number 1 overall pick and they made the playoffs, Eagles fans love this guy. And you know what?
No. They weren't expecting to get the number 1 overall pick. You just predicted that.
I did predict that. But they were okay. They were honestly.
I don't think anyone expected I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think anyone expected the Eagles to get the number 1 pick. I think everyone expected the Texans to get the number 1 overall pick.
Okay. Most analysts expected them to get a top 5 pick, though.
And I don't think I think people could have expected the Eagles to make the playoffs. They were close to making the playoffs last year.
I thought they're at least going to finish second in the NFC East.
No, whatever. They did, okay?
Yeah,
Everyone
so I was like that. No, your take is good, except for the fact that people that one last part. I don't know about that.
Okay, whatever. Anyway, the Eagles. I guess what I'm trying to say is the Eagles weren't expected to make the playoffs, especially since
it sounds like you want the Eagles to win. It sounds like you have them winning against the Bucs. That's what it sounds like.
No, I'm making my case for why the Eagles could win.
Okay.
Okay, I'm not. Zach's been gone for a long time. There he is. Now he's in his Ravens.
This
is unbelievable.
This is
This is hilarious.
That under there, and then that.
Zach, are you a Ravens fan?
Your mic's muted.
He's muted.
I'm marginally a Ravens fan, yes.
Wow.
Right.
Oh, the piece of resistance is under all of this. Hold on. Piece of resistance is right fucking here. Bam!
But no, okay. So if we were to do
Bam! The
predictions,
MVP!
At least we get to talk about my team in the playoffs this year.
Shut the fuck up.
and my team, Now, if we're gonna do predictions, I'm just gonna say the Eagles are winning.
Zach, what do you think about the Eagles Buccaneers game?
They're gonna win. It's not even a game. I love the Eagles and what they've done. I love Jalen Hurts. I feel like the Eagles faithful should not be so revolt in trying to replace him. I love Jalen Hurts and what he's done over there.
Chris Godwin might not be back.
I understand
This
that,
Bucs
but
team almost lost to the Jets.
I get that you don't like Tom Brady, but that doesn't mean that they're not gonna win.
Hey, Taylor Heineke almost knocked them out. Maybe.
Okay, so
maybe the Eagles knock them out.
My score prediction for this game is Tampa Bay 31-17. I don't think this game's remotely close.
Eagles 20-19.
You think it's a two? You think Tom Brady's gonna lose by 2 possessions?
I said 20-19.
I thought you said 28-19.
Jaden?
No.
Jesus Christ, Jaden.
Oh, you look, I threw my Letterman jacket.
Oh yeah, I didn't put my Letterman jacket on because
I threw mine away. It was too small. My Letterman jacket was like incredibly small.
Jaden, this is what you did with the Jacks faced the Patriots when we watched that game.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
You wore the gear all
You
game
yelled
just
at
to
me
see
the entire
Keelan
time.
Cole Moss, Stephon Gilmore in the end zone.
I'm so incredibly
Buccaneers, definitely Buccaneers over the Eagles. I'm saying the Eagles still put up a good amount of points. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. I'm saying 24-28. I think it's going to be close, but I think it's going to be 24-28 Bucks.
I also agree it's going to be close. Bucks 27, Eagles 24.
Okay.
But I wouldn't be surprised if the Eagles win.
If the Eagles win,
If the Eagles win, they play the Packers.
Yeah,
the
and I wouldn't be surprised when the Eagles walked into Lambeau and say Aaron Rodgers.
No, the Packers are making the NFC Championship. Now, are they winning? We don't know that. The Packers usually make the NFC Championship. Now, are they winning? Highly doubt that, but
she said it. You heard it here first from the Packers owner.
The Packers suck. That's all I heard.
Packers fans have the least faith in their team I've ever seen.
you don't understand when it comes to the NFC Championship. It's just like everything goes away. Everything that happened in that season, you know what? Nah, let's just get absolutely blown out. Let's just absolutely choke this game.
But I heard from a Packers owner first.
Moving on to the next game.
This camera, we fucking cover.
This is fucking unbelievable. Moving on to the next game. Nickelodeon game. Yes, the MVP is coming back, baby.
What is the Nickelodeon?
Wait, which one is this?
Nickelodeon
The
game.
Chiefs game.
49ers and the Big D. Big Dallas. Jerry Jones. Launch your stadium, baby. A Nickelodeon.
It would make sense that only Jerry Jones would get the Nickelodeon game. It only
Now, can we have another curse word like Cordero Patterson? Because that shit was hilarious. He was like, "What the fuck?"
Confused.
Now it looks like Mitchell Trubisky. Looks like whoever gets MVP is going to be in some great company.
X being the backup next year.
I love how they gave Trubisky the MVP when they lost. That's what's even funnier.
That's the funniest part, that they lost.
Yeah.
The MVP
Trubisky
is the
didn't even have
closest
that
thing you
good
can
of a
get to a
game.
participation trophy. That's
Drew
the
Brees
closest
did
thing you
not
can
play
get.
good in that game.
Now
Well, the
Trubisky
MVP now is
didn't
actually a pretty
either.
good award.
Actually, you know it's a fan vote, right?
Yeah.
Well, they choose
Oh.
like 3 players, and then
I
a bunch
remember
of kids
too because I
vote on.
voted for Mr.
Of course
Trubisky, and
I think everyone just voted as a meme then. Then everyone
It did,
just
and it
voted
worked.
as a meme. That's hilarious.
Now it's a good award, though. Like, now it actually makes sense. Like, they did Mike White.
No,
the
it's a
one
meme
week.
award now. Ever since Trubisky won it, it's a meme award now.
big meme award.
They're gonna literally put like Jimmy Garoppolo. Well, that's not that. Who's a meme player on that? Niners or Rams.
Jimmy Garoppolo.
Eric Weddle.
No, he's
Eric
Eric
Weddle.
You know,
No, he's on the
He
Rams.
came back.
He's on the
Yes,
Rams.
on
he
the
just
Rams.
came out of
on the
retirement.
Rams. Yeah, came out of
We'll
retirement.
talk about him in a little bit.
Yeah.
So yeah, Eric Weddle. We'll say he's the MVP because that's the only
Must
player
be
I
like
can think of.
38 now.
Yeah, I don't know why he came out of retirement.
I don't-
I don't know.
It's not a good idea.
I know Zach likes Eric Weddle.
Ring chasing.
Love Eric
Anyway,
Weddle. Love Eric Weddle.
Just some stats, just some fun stats to throw out there for this 49ers Cowboys rivalry. And fun fact, the only game that did not happen in this regular season, all the other wildcard games happened during the regular season.
Really?
Yeah, so
Wow.
this is a brand new match for both teams.
Interesting.
The all-time record for 49ers versus
The
Cowboys. Cowboys lead the series 19-17-1. And in the postseason, the Cowboys are winning that 5-2. The most recent 49ers Cowboys postseason result was 1995. The Cowboys lost 38-28.
You know, I didn't realize the Cowboys. When I said Eric Weddle, I fully thought the Rams and Niners were playing. My bad.
Yeah, that's why I looked at you
I-
like that.
I didn't realize it was the Cowboys and Niners. That is completely my fault. Yeah, I can't think of a mean player in either of those teams.
They'll give it they'll give it to Zeke, and he'll
I'm
probably
about to say Zeke.
Good enough.
or Tony
Zeke,
Pollard.
mean
Tony
player.
Pollard for MVP. Anyway,
Or Diggs.
Okay, yeah, no, I don't. I fully thought the Rams and
Diggs gets
I
memed a
think
lot.
I think that's what it originally was, and then the final standings came out.
I just want to highlight Jaden really quickly. He put on another fucking jersey over all his hats.
Zach, can you let me clip this?
Yeah, it took a little bit.
Jaden is a
A little
walk
I'm
bit
ready to grab my Ray Lewis jersey.
pro
Can you
shop.
help me clip this?
I didn't,
I don't even grab my
Who's
Ray
this?
Lewis jersey at this point.
who's this?
This is all me saving up for when you talk about the Chiefs Steelers game because I have a lot to say about that game.
Oh yeah. Can't
Oh,
stand
boy.
the. Did you see what Ben? I'll talk about what Ben said when we get to the Chiefs because that was. Did you see what he said, Brian?
I did not. So we'll talk about it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're gonna like that. You're gonna like what he said.
Cowboys,
So-
Niners. If a loser can win MVP, I think Debo wins MVP, but I think they still lose. That's my prediction. I think the final score is 27-19.
Anyone else?
As much as I want the Niners to win, I think it's going to be the Cowboys, and I think this one's going to be a little more of a landslide. Not that big, but I think it's going to be like 14 to like 28, maybe.
Yeah, I got Cowboys here. It's close though. I got Cowboys 31-24.
I have the Cowboys, and
Damn.
I don't think it's close. 34.
I just don't want the Niners in.
34-14.
I mean, if the Niners win, I'll be really happy because then they're gonna sign
No.
Colin Kaepernick and go play the Packers.
Stop. You know what's funny too? A lot of people are saying that the Niners can win this, and I just don't.
I don't see
I-
it.
They
can
could, and that's what
understand-
scares me.
I don't see it.
I can understand
they
where,
could, and that's
where
what
he's
scares
coming
me.
from, but like, I don't think their secondary can hold up with their weapons. I really don't. And Dalton Schultz has become a very good tight end. Like last year, like we knew his name. This year, he's like one of the top tight ends in the league.
Yep.
And yeah, okay, stop Amari Cooper, stop CeeDee Lamb. You still got Dalton Schultz. Cedric Wilson's still a beast in the slot. He can literally do anything in this offense. And he's still got to worry about Ezekiel Elliott, who, yes, has, after 4,000 carries in 6 years, or whatever the number was, maybe 3,000. Yes, his numbers are going to regress, but he's still Ezekiel
Tony
Elliott.
Pollard.
Tony
We
Pollard,
also
yeah.
got Tony Pollard.
And then Dak Prescott, he can still use his feet. He hasn't used his feet much this year, which probably
You
has
have
to do.
to.
But
the injury. Yeah.
And I think Micah Parsons just has a field day. I really do.
Parsons is insane. He's
Micah
insane.
Parsons is.
Micah Parsons is a freak athlete.
He's just that guy, bro.
It's really interesting because imagine and this is kind of going back, but if the Eagles ended up getting Justin Jefferson, they would not have drafted Devontae Smith, and they would have gotten Micah Parsons. Now imagine those two on that team. Eagles would be up dirty.
You just want to hurt the heart of every single Eagles fan ever.
No, because yeah.
They could have had DK Metcalf, Justin Jefferson, and Micah Parsons, but instead got JJ Arcega-Whiteside, Jalen Reagor, and Devontae Smith.
Fact check
Devontae Smith's the only good one there.
Doesn't carries yet.
Jesus Christ.
What did you say? Zach?
Doesn't have 2,000 carries yet.
Devontae Smith is the only good one of those bunch.
Whoa. JJ Arcega-Whiteside.
Stop it. Stop.
Stop talking.
Stop.
Talking about Jalen Reagor. Jalen Reagor's hands are up there with Aguilar. Top hands in the NFL history.
Nah,
That's
his
the
hands are up
thing.
there.
Aguilar
DK.
hands are actually good now. But when he was on the Eagles, it
Yeah.
was just terrible.
I think it's just
Like
Eagles
Aguilar.
receivers. Let's hope Devontae Smith breaks the curse.
It's
Because
the
what
Eagles
the
wide
hell?
receiver room, other than Devontae Smith. Like, Devontae Smith was so good. He's a Heisman winner. So he's going in. It's like, okay, he can't be bad. But like everyone else.
Fix this
like,
receiving core.
When's the last good receiver that the Eagles have drafted?
Deshaun Jackson. No, Jeremy Maclin.
No. It was Alshon Jeffrey. He was good for a season or two.
They didn't draft him, though.
Did they?
He said, "What?
Did not. No.
No,
Bears did.
no, the Bears drafted him." No, but I thought
Bears.
you said drafted.
Drafted, yeah.
Sean
Jeremy
Jackson.
Oh, then
Maclin.
yeah.
Jeremy
Either
Maclin.
Jerry Maclin
was,
get drafted there. He
no,
was
he
on
got
the
drafted
Chiefs.
by the
He got
Chiefs.
drafted to the Chiefs.
Yeah,
We did
he was-
not.
Yeah,
No, we
Deshaun
did not.
Jackson.
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
Oh, well, it's Deshaun Jackson.
Started his career on the Chiefs.
Hold up. No!
He started his career in the Chiefs. He was number 19.
Could not have. I swear to God, Jeremy Maclin was on the fucking Eagles the whole time.
He was on
No,
the
he
Eagles.
was on-
They weren't
he was on the
drafted by-
He was,
Started-
but
started
he got drafted by the
Alex
Chiefs.
Smith.
Oh, yeah, no. He was drafted by the Eagles.
Really?
Yeah.
What? I thought he was drafted by the Chiefs.
He went to the Chiefs after because he was on the year
He
the
was
Chiefs
the
where they
Chiefs for
threw
2
no
years.
touch. He was on the Chiefs the year they threw no touchdown passes to wide receivers.
No, because he had 2.
Fuck, I can't talk.
Okay,
And then
well,
he was on the Ravens. Look at that. He was on the Ravens.
Remember, he was shit.
Well, I mean, he was
hated
old.
him. I couldn't stand him that year.
I
He had
remember Maclin. He was
2,000-yard
good.
seasons. He had a very interesting career.
Jeremy
Maclin was pretty
right by
good
injuries,
for
too.
like a year or two. No, but Deshaun Jackson was that franchise wide receiver.
Still balling at 30 million years old.
Nah, I don't know about balling. It's
I
the
want
word you
to
want.
call ring chasing on the Raiders of all teams. First of all,
I didn't say
Ring
ring chase.
chasing
I
on
just
the
he's not
Raiders.
balling.
I want to call that ball. Anyway, moving on to the NBC Sunday night game of the night. Steelers.
Right, hold on. Give me 1 second.
Steelers going to Arrowhead.
now let me tell you.
Zach,
Maybe-
you're muted.
So this, let me see if I can find it. This is what Big Ben said about
Yeah.
the Chiefs Steelers game.
This is hilarious.
Steelers QB doesn't sugarcoat being heavy underdogs versus the Chiefs. Let's go in and have fun. Ben said we don't have a chance.
I know. How
He
does
just straight
your
up
quarterback
said-
say that?
We don't have a chance. Let's just go in and have fun.
As they fucking shouldn't.
Why the fuck did he say we don't have a chance?
Yeah.
Who said that? I
you
was like,
fucking
there's no
kidding
way
me?
Ben said that.
We
I
let
was
that
like-
piece of shit go to the fucking playoffs? I'm fucking done. I've
Yeah,
only seen
yeah.
Big
That's what the Jags did, Ryan.
No, that's what the Raiders did. When the Chargers called the timeout, the Raiders
No, that was
decided,
not the
you know
Raiders'
what,
fault.
we're gonna
That was
get-
Brandon Staley's
with that.
fault. No, that was Brandon Staley's fault. That was not the Raiders' fault.
Bastard.
That was all
Did you see
Brandon
the
Staley.
Did you see the conversation with Austin Eckler in that Raiders player
Yeah,
after?
he
He said,
it
"We
was
were gonna tie."
hilarious.
He said, yeah, and he was like, damn.
He had such a great season. Like I feel bad. Austin Eckler deserved to be in that playoffs.
I don't feel bad. It's the Chargers.
You don't like the Chargers?
No, the Chargers are like they should be good every year, and they always fall apart. It's the same thing with the Vikings. The Chargers and the Vikings, like, are basically the same team, just one's AFC, one's NFC. They have so much talent. They have so much promise every year, and they just collapse.
Brandon Staley is up there for worst head coaches, just because he let.
No. How do you lose the game because you called a timeout? That is hilarious. You didn't make the playoffs because they didn't call because you called a timeout.
Because he won.
To be fair, they weren't gonna tie the game. The Raiders, the guy said that they were still gonna kick the field goal.
Oh, I thought he said he was considering it.
We're considering
of course
it.
they were considering, but he was.
Yeah, but it would have been a much harder field goal.
Yeah, no, because
I probably would have run again with Josh Jacobs.
Brandon Staley came out and said, I called a timeout because I wanted to put more linemen out there because they were going to run the ball. And he did. They went from a 4-3 to like a 5-3 or something. Like they had 8 people in the box instead of 7.
Yeah, and then Josh Jacobs still runs for 10 yards.
Well,
yeah, and then Josh Jacobs still got past the line and he ran for 10 yards. Like
the Chargers' run defense is the worst in the NFL.
That's it.
Yeah, that doesn't help.
So
I'm asked Staley.
So what he was doing was like theoretically going to work. It just didn't work out. And Daniel Carlson hasn't missed in Allegiant Stadium.
Can I just say this is the same Daniel Carlson that the Vikings gave up after missing 5 kicks, and it was hilarious to see this kicker go off and the Vikings just continue to have kicker problems. Because Daniel Carlson, people wrote him out, and then the Raiders just picked him up and they're like, you know what, just kick.
Anyway.
He definitely took him down. He's one of the best in the league, I think.
He is, and he got released as a rookie. That should just go to show you, like, Rick Spielman.
I can't believe Big Ben said that we have no chance. Let's go have fun. Like,
they shouldn't be there.
You know what that is? That's a big F-U to the fucking Steeler faithful.
They deserve it. They deserve the biggest F-U in America.
And I hate the Steelers.
Bitches.
I hate the Steelers as much
Big
as
Ben wasn't expecting to play past the season finale. He thought he was just going on.
Big Ben was expecting to play after 27.
Like, we did? He's probably like, fuck, I have to play again.
He
Yeah,
was probably pissed off when he beat the Ravens. Just, fuck, we gotta play again.
Yeah.
They shouldn't have won that fucking game.
Why did you guys beat the Colts?
Maybe don't get fucking injured. And maybe
no,
it shouldn't happen. Maybe don't go for 2 and pass the ball to Mark Andrews. When Marquise Brown is wide open in the back of the end zone. That is your fault.
You know what you do? You don't throw screens on simple passes. Screens on 4th downs. You don't throw passes in the middle of the field in a 2-minute drill. You don't.
Calm down.
My sister's here telling me to calm down.
I can hear you.
I know. Calm down. Shut up.
So what I'm trying to say is Lamar Jackson is LeBum Jackson.
Oh.
That's why you'd Urban Meyer. That's why you'd fucking Urban Meyer.
That wasn't. You think I wanted Urban Meyer?
That's why he deserved it. You just called it MVP that.
The bum. Just kidding.
Any player on your team.
Do some score predictions. Let's do some score predictions.
Let's go 50-3.
73-0 to break the all-time record for biggest playoff blowout.
You know who has the biggest playoff blowout?
70-0 by the Jacksonville Jaguars to the Denver Broncos.
Thank you. Look at that. Look at that.
Okay.
That was against Prime John
Elway. I'm gonna go 42-13.
These are some real blow. I'm saying.
I'm kidding about the 50-3.
I'm not.
No, you're not.
I'm saying Chiefs. I think it's going to be 7-42. 7-42.
So
Gonna be a blowout.
basically mine. But,
I honestly think this game's going to be closer than you think. If you look at the stats from the first game in Week 15 or Week 16, the Steelers had like 4 or 5 turnovers. So 38-10 doesn't make it seem as close as it was because they were both very close in the same amount of yards. It's just, Steelers had more turnovers. I do think the Chiefs win. I just think the Steelers, don't have as many turnovers. So I'm going to go 30-20.
No, I'm staying with the bid. I'm staying with the bid, Zach.
Why
I'm not
is
taking
taking
it.
off on the
I'm staying with
Ravens
the
here? The Ravens suck. That's why. LeBum Jackson.
He agrees. He's taking everything off. That means we're right.
Not a
Can't do
true
anything
fan.
about it.
Rams,
Oh my god.
the Rams against the Cardinals.
We didn't hear any of that.
I did not know.
Not hear any
I
of
was too busy. I was too busy trying to take this clothes off because I had way too many on. I'm sweating.
So anyway,
So yeah,
Monday night, the first Monday night playoff game.
Which is really
in
stupid.
NFL
You put the best playoff game on a night that half like the people are going to be watching.
Cardinals traveling to Los Angeles, SoFi Stadium, hosting the Super Bowl, hosting the Rams. I don't know what I was trying to do there. Sorry.
Rams
Anyway,
are happy to visit back. So Rams win.
Yeah, I still think it's
wow.
going to.
JJ Watt's gonna be back.
Although Matthew Stafford's I hate him.
I hate Matthew Stafford.
Ruined my entire. I've been on this Matthew Stafford train, and then he just completely decides it's more for fantasy. He completely screwed me over.
Well, that's why I hate
me over too.
Just keeps throwing interceptions the last 3 weeks, 2-3 a game. Like, what the fuck?
I had a bye week.
Against the 49ers, he's a fraud. He deserved to be
I
a
was-
Lion. And I
was the
stand by
number-
that. He deserved
He
to be a
deserved to be a lion.
I was the number 2 seed with a 10-4 record, and Matthew Stafford threw me out of the playoffs. My team
Yep.
scored 135 points. Matthew Stafford had 1 point out of those 135
I
points.
was in the semis. I literally had Devontae Adams, Nick Chubb, George Kittle got me 4, and then I had it was one other receiver, AJ Brown. I had 102 points before Sunday. I ended up with 129.
Hate to see it. Truly hate to see it.
Dang.
It's-
Matthew Stafford deserved to be a Detroit Lion and suffer.
Ripping the chats for Zara.
That's just
I like
harsh.
that.
No, it's true. I always got my money back. I got 3rd place.
I really am happy that Stafford finally got to a good team.
Stafford's a bitch.
I was. Until, yeah, he is a bitch. God. I'm gonna just stand by now. He's on my no draft list now. Fucking bitch.
Actually, Lamar
also-
Jackson screwed me
What?
over this entire season.
Wow.
It
Damn.
was just injury after injury, and like every other week he was out. So I kept losing over and over again. I still finished 4th in that league that I had him starting, but I had to switch him out with Tyler Huntley every single time he didn't make it. Swapped him.
How that goes.
Kyle
for-
Huntley's a dog. I don't know what you're talking about.
He's not that good of a dog. No.
Kyle
He had
Huntley's
one-
better than the bum.
Tyler Huntley had a really good game against the Packers, but his games after that were not great.
That is literally
Tyler
the
Huntley
reason
is
because
better than
Packers don't
LeBron.
know how to defend mobile quarterbacks.
Better than both are better than Trevor Lawrence.
Well, it's
That is only because we're so trying to contain.
That's all you have to say. If you make one, like if there's just one insult, it's just make it about Trevor Lawrence and
Jaden, shut the fuck up about Trevor Lawrence. I'm not dealing with your fucking bullshit about fucking Trevor Lawrence right now. I swear to fucking Christ, I'll drive the fucking Connecticut and slap the fucking dog shit out of your stupid fucking Patriots fucking gear face.
Trevor Lawrence, worst rookie quarterback.
So Ryan, how about that Davis Mills?
So my prediction for the
How does it feel to not even have the best rookie quarterback in your division with the number 1 overall pick?
So my prediction for the Cardinals Rams game.
Ooh.
It's gonna be a close match. Both teams obviously very well deserving of the playoffs, and
I want them to sign Larry Fitzgerald.
that would be awesome. I that would be cool, but it won't happen. Eric Weddle, as we mentioned before, got signed by the Rams.
I mean, they got Eric Weddle.
Yeah.
Larry Fitzgerald.
I don't know. I mean, we'll see if Larry
Why
fits.
can't
We
Larry
still
come
have
out every
some
time
time.
and catch like a pass or two?
Get a ring if they win.
Who knows? But
Yeah,
Kyler
he
Murray
deserves
first
it.
playoff action. Matthew Stafford first playoff action in 5 years. So
I was about to say it's not his first playoff
but
action.
first playoff action with a real team. So first playoff action.
Hey, he had Calvin.
No, not in
Can I
2016.
just say, can we just talk about this for a second? Matthew Stafford, Cooper Kupp was trying to break Calvin's record, and the person throwing him that ball, the one who got Calvin that record was Stafford. And that comes full circle. I just thought that was pretty interesting.
Cooper Kupp is a fucking animal, and he's gonna have the same stat line: 10 receptions, 100 yards, and a touchdown. Only thing is, and the Cardinals.
No, it's 95 yards. It's always 95 yards. It's so weird. It's either 95 yards or 125 yards.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
Let's see. So the Cooper Kupp's first matchup against Arizona, he got 5 receptions off of 13 targets and 64 yards.
That was his worst game.
That was actually his worst game of the season.
It was his worst game. And then his second one in week 14, 13 receptions from 15 targets, 123 yards and a touchdown. So
I played against him that week of 14.
Yeah, I had him all season, so I was very,
that was
very
also
happy with
that was also on Monday Night Football. So I guess a Monday Night Football rematch. That was in Arizona though. So both games, a road team won in this matchup this year. The Cardinals coming off a loss against the Seahawks, so Cardinals kind of limping into the playoffs this year. Got to be honest, they've lost 5 of their last 7. Haven't looked.
Yeah, they've been on a little bit of a cold streak, so that's why I'm going with the Rams on this one because they've been on a cold streak.
The Rams haven't lost. Well, I mean, they lost Sunday, but before Sunday, they haven't lost since November. So they are one of the hotter teams coming into the playoffs. Obviously, Cooper Kupp's been on a tear. Odell Beckham Jr., I think he's going to be a very underrated target in these playoffs. Yep. Sadly, Van Jefferson is out for the playoffs and for the rest of the season.
But Tyler Higbee.
They do have Tyler Higbee. Tyler Higbee did pick it up.
Good.
Who else picked it up? It was Cam Akers is back. I know we talked about him in part 1 in the coach's firing episode.
Yeah, that's still insane that he's back. But
torn Achilles in early July. He's back in January. So, I mean, kudos to him. And that's just, I mean, like I said a couple hours ago, that's just modern technology. So.
So who do you have winning?
I got to go with the home team here, the Rams. I'm going to go 26-21. I think they keep it close. But at the end, Jalen Ramsey, Aaron Donald and company, and Von Miller. Can't forget about Von Miller. This is a win-it-all situation. I mean, the Rams don't have first-round pick for a couple years. Invested their whole future into this year. So it at least works out. At least for me, it works out in their wildcard weekend.
Yeah, I'm also going with Rams. I think it's going to be 31, either 31-28 or 31-24. I think it's going to be an incredibly close game, but I think the Rams are going to come out on top. It's going to be definitely one of the most high-scoring games of the entire playoffs, or the entire first round. I think it's definitely going to go to the Rams, though.
I agree with you both.
Michelle is still good. A lot.
Yeah, Rams. I agree with you both. I think it would be very close though. I'm gonna go 29-27, game-winning field goal.
See, my brain's telling me Rams. Just go with the Rams. But my heart, I really like this Cardinals team. I don't know what it is, but I do really like the Cardinals. So something
It's
is
just
telling me.
without DeAndre Hopkins.
I know.
I have AJ Green though.
Don't.
AJ Green's a fucking bum. No. I'm not getting into
No,
it.
he's not.
He's
Yes.
No,
fucking
he's not.
bitch and he's
He's
a bum.
amazing.
He's garbage.
Yeah,
He's amazing.
He is garbage. He's a fucking bitch. He
Garbage.
fucking forgot his fucking batteries back fucking home. Week 9 against the fucking Packers.
That was amazing. I loved it.
AJ Green.
AJ Green's a fucking
garbage.
bitch. He tried to fight Jalen Ramsey. He's a
Amazing.
fucking bitch. Go fuck himself. Fuck AJ Green. I'm done with this.
Yeah, fuck
Cardinals
AJ
suck.
Green.
Fuck AJ Green.
Safe to say you both love AJ Green.
No, I hate AJ Green. He can suck my dick.
Same. At the same time. Whoa.
All right.
AJ Green did have a 100-yard game for the Rams in Week 14. So
Anyway, just reminding me of
He's
that
still a
one,
bitch.
Rams. But no, seriously, I'll pick Rams in this game.
and
Rams.
112 yards against Jacksonville. Huh? How about that?
Rams 24-21. Don't talk to me about AJ Green versus the Ravens. I don't want to know.
The Cardinals even play the Ravens?
No.
No.
I
He's
hate
gonna,
AJ
he's
Green
gonna
for
look up like
personal reasons.
2014 stats when the red fucking rifle was his quarterback.
AJ Green averages like 2 million yards against the Ravens every single game. And it's
The
so
Ravens-
irritating.
the Ravens
Okay,
second-
now let's talk about two teams. The Tennessee Titans. The Titans are getting Derrick Henry.
I don't know what the fuck we're talking about with the Packers. I mean, they're
Okay.
a garbage ass team. Jair Alexander's
Wait,
overrated.
Wait, hold on for a
Harry
second.
Smith
The
sucks.
Titans.
Aaron Rodgers MVP.
So are we
Aaron
talking
Jones
Packers or
bomb.
Titans right now? Sounds like we're talking Packers. Okay, fine. We want to talk. Let's
No, I
talk.
want to talk
Either one.
Packers. I hate the Titans. Let's talk Packers.
Okay. Whoever. Let's now. The Packers play the lowest seeding team, so that's either the Eagles, the Niners. I believe they could play the Rams. Is there one other team they could play? They could technically play the Cardinals, right?
Yes.
Thank you.
So yeah, one of
They
those four
play
teams. They can't
either-
play the Bucks. They cannot play the Bucks at
They
least in
can't play the
divisional.
Bucks or the Cowboys.
They can't play the Bucks or Cowboys.
They can play the Rams,
Okay,
Cardinals, Niners,
Bucks
and
or-
Eagles.
Okay, yeah. So they're gonna play one of those teams, and they're winning that game.
I think the
I-
team, the
I
Packers.
think everyone knows that they're winning that game. It's just the NFC Championship game, which is that is very questionable.
It's the
I think the
Rams.
Now,
team the
I think-
Packers don't want to see is the Cardinals.
The
No,
team the Packers
actually,
don't want
I'm
to
different
see
to that.
the Bucks and the Niners.
I think the team the Packers don't want to see could be the Rams.
But
Yeah.
I'm saying in the divisional round. I'm saying in the divisional round.
Rams have a lot of talent. Regardless of how well you guys played against them, the Rams have a lot of talent.
We literally now, but this is where I want to get into this. Dave Bakhtiari made his debut last week. He played a few snaps, but he got involved. He literally was out for a full year, by the way. He missed week 17 against the Bears, and that's what made him. Remember, he got hurt in practice towards ACL.
No.
But yeah, but did you say no?
I don't remember that.
Who tore his ACL?
Towards ACL during Bears, you can practice.
David
Week
Bakhtiari.
17.
Bakhtiari.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And he just came back for the last game. He played I'll say a first quarter. That's about it. But yeah, he's gonna play the whole game probably against whoever we're playing. Darius Smith is back at practice. Jair Alexander has been at practice, and he's gonna be active for that game. So the only thing that's only be for the first half of the game is Jair Alexander is probably going to get burnt a few times. Darius Smith is going to miss a lot of tackles on the run game, but I think that will be figured out in the second half. And because of that, like I said, they're going to win in the divisional round. Now, if they do figure their shit out by the NFC Championship, they're winning the championship. I think too much. There's just such a storyline on the season with the Last Dance and Rodgers leaving and Devontae leaving. There's just so much. I feel like they make the Super Bowl. Obviously, this is the Packer fan of me coming out, but they are the one seed. It's very realistic. Also, it has to go through Lambeau, and Lambeau in January is
Your name is Tom Brady.
Remember how the Packers said they wanted to go into the playoffs with momentum, so they put all their starters in and they lost the Lions?
Yeah, they took the they wanted to go into momentum to keep Rodgers have that momentum. Basically they wanted Rodgers because momentum against the Saints and that didn't go well. So yeah, Rodgers has that momentum. He played good in the first half, and then they took all their starters out. In the second half.
All I heard is Packers suck. That's all I heard. Does anyone else see
All I
that?
heard. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
You literally said you wanted.
No, I want to because I hate the Titans. I just hate the Titans. So
Fuck the Titans.
okay. Fuck the Titans.
But okay, so
Okay.
going to the AFC side then. If I'm the Titans,
I want to talk about the Packers.
well,
Yeah. Your answer. I know you just say they suck, but I don't want to hear.
Fine.
to be honest, I have no clue what you said. You're cutting out like
It
every
is
other
cutting
word.
out. Cutting out every
It's-
other word. I have no idea what you said the last like 3 sentences.
The great part is that it's all going to be in the Audacity file, so we're going to hear everything clearly in the edited version, and you guys are just going to be like, I have no clue what you just said.
You just said.
Yeah,
wait, no.
okay.
Okay, I just want to hear your thoughts on the Packers because I obviously laid a lot out there.
I gotta be honest. I think the Packers are gonna do it this year. I think
Really?
I think they're gonna get over the hump of the NFC Championship.
And losing the Super Bowl.
Yes.
Shut up.
Exactly.
I can honestly see that.
Now, honestly, my Super Bowl prediction is Titans Packers. I think the Packers, they're getting healthy at the right time, and they're gonna face Tom Brady in the NFC Championship again. But this is the second time go around, and they already faced Tom Brady. They already know what he's gonna do. You know all that bullshit. So they're ready for it.
He's still going to find a way to win.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know who I'll be rooting for, but I think the
they're really
Packers can finally win, and they're going to give them so much hope. And then they're going to run into Derrick Henry, and they're not going to know what to do.
They ran into Derrick Henry. They ran into Derrick Henry last year. Don't you remember? They stopped Derrick Henry.
That was last year. That was before Derrick Henry had 2 months of rest.
I'm just
Two
thinking.
and a half.
All right.
Sorry,
All right,
2.5
now hold on a
months of
second here.
rest.
It gave the Ravens
Okay,
the blueprint
now
on how to beat
there is a
Derrick
player because you mentioned Derrick Henry, and there's a player who I think the Packers are going to rely on a lot in this playoff run, and that is AJ Dillon. AJ Dillon. He has been lights out for the Packers this season, and I think they've been, like I said, they've been going to him a lot more the past month or two, and I think they're going to ride hard on him in the playoffs. And I think it's going to be key against this cold weather.
I can see that, yeah.
I can
AJ
see
Dillon's a
AJ
big
getting
bruiser.
more carries than Aaron Jones, but Aaron Jones will be utilized way more in the pass game.
Yeah.
I can see
AJ
him being
Jones,
used.
he's
Well,
been getting used a lot.
I also think Alan Lazar becoming a true number 2 to Aaron Rodgers, who he's been trying to look for since Jordy Nelson days. Since
So
Greg
you have to
Jennings,
remember,
Jordy
though,
Nelson. I mean, he has been
this is
looking for this
also
number 2.
yeah, but this is also because Randall Cobb's been out. When he's in, Lazar wasn't really used, and Cobb is back. Like he's back from IR.
Randall Cobb's still going to be like targeted and all that, but Lazar's going to get more targets than Randall Cobb. I firmly believe that.
Most likely. I love Randall Cobb. Yeah, I agree. Lazar should get more targets. But this team, like you said, they're getting healthy at the right time, and I feel like there's so much story about it has to happen.
It's the last time
And
Rodgers will lose in an NFC Championship in Lambeau.
All right, we're in the final stretch. We got about 10 minutes left. So are there any more playoff teams? Are there any more matchups? I don't think.
Tennessee Titans.
I was just gonna say, because we mentioned like the Packers, which team they don't want to face. For the Titans in the divisional round, teams that they are able to face are the Steelers, Raiders.
You said they don't want to face. Able to face.
So they could
okay.
face.
Who the fuck's the
Yeah,
sixth?
they could.
AFC? Oh yeah. So the Steelers, Patriots, Raiders, and
Steelers, Patriots, Raiders, Bengals.
Bengals.
Yeah.
Which team do the Titans not want to see, and why?
I don't think they want to see the Bengals.
Yeah, they don't want
I
to see
totally
Bengals.
don't. Bengals and Patriots. I think those are the two teams.
I was
Yeah,
gonna say the
Bengals and
Patriots. I don't
Yeah.
think the Titans want to see the Patriots.
Or the Bengals. I don't think. I think they're okay with seeing the Steelers, obviously, and I think they want to see the Raiders.
Yeah, this is gonna be very, very interesting playoffs. But like I said,
Now,
All right.
I do think
who in the
Titans
NFC Championship do
Super Bowl.
they? So you think who goes to the AFC Championship? Chiefs? You think?
I have Titans, Chiefs. Yeah, Titans, Chiefs.
I'm thinking Bengals and probably Chiefs.
I can see that. I want to see either Titans Bengals or Bengals Chiefs.
Yeah,
But-
I could see the Chiefs, honestly. I think the Chiefs are destined to make the AFC Championship game, but I think it's going to be Chiefs Titans in there probably, which would hurt my heart, and I fucking
I
hate it.
mean, as much as it pains me to say, it's gonna be Bengals Chiefs. Chiefs win.
Yeah, I'd rather the Chiefs win than the Bengals.
No, I don't rather that. I want to. But I think
I'd
they're
rather-
short.
I just think Derrick Henry coming back. Julio Jones finally healthy. After 18 weeks, he's finally healthy. AJ Brown.
He didn't do much anyway.
Oh, I agree. Oh,
When he wasn't
Derrick
playing.
Henry playoffs is gonna be insane. I just feel like they find a way.
And an underrated story. Ryan Tannehill is playing his best football the last month
Of his career, yeah.
I want to say
Well,
his career.
not
I would
career.
say 2020. There were some stretches where that was definitely his best football of his career. And he hasn't
His trade
played.
or his move away from the Dolphins was probably the best thing that could have happened to him.
And the funny thing about that is that he wasn't even bad on the Dolphins. It was just the team.
Yeah,
the
it wasn't.
Adam Gase.
He literally wasn't. That's what makes me so mad because everyone's like, "Oh, Ryan Tannehill, like he's not even that good." Literally, he was. He got the Dolphins the past few times.
Tannehill was the only reason why they were relevant
Yeah,
Wow.
literally.
for a couple years. So
It was,
If anything,
it was the mix of him,
Tannehill.
it was a
Besides
mix of
Wilson,
Tannehill.
I think Tannehill was the best.
yeah, I mean they had Johnny Manziel. No, not Johnny Manziel. They had
it's
RG3
either
in that
Kirk
draft
Cousins-
class. And Andrew Luck, Kirk
Basically,
Cousins.
Oh, Andrew Luck.
Andrew Luck was like, yeah, but Andrew Luck retired. Tannehill still.
So yeah, who would have thought?
Kirk Cousins was the year
Kirk
before, I think.
Cousins
I don't think he was.
And Ryan, no, he was 2012. Who would have?
He was-
He was the third round pick or fourth round pick.
2013 was Andrew Luck, I
He-
think. Or no.
2012.
2012 was Andrew Luck.
It was suck for luck. The
Wait,
suck
no,
for
2012
luck
was
campaign.
Eric Fisher. 2012 was Eric Fisher.
Yeah.
2013 was Eric Fisher.
I thought 2012 was Eric Fisher.
2011 was Cam Newton. 2012 was Andrew Luck. 2013 was Eric Fisher. 2014 was Sam.
Okay,
Bradford.
then yeah, then 2012 was Kirk Cousins and Ryan Tannehill.
Kirk Cousins was a fourth round pick. RG3 was the first
It was
round pick. for
2012.
Washington.
That year, I
Yeah.
remember they drafted 2 quarterbacks. Yeah.
I hate to cut this short, but I do have a meeting in 5 minutes.
That's
But
what
yeah,
I was saying.
so-
Like, do you want? Should we
then,
do
so-
the Super Bowl predictions real quick?
Yeah, everyone get their
Yeah.
Super Bowl
Okay.
predictions.
Packers, Chiefs. Packers win 34.
Okay. Zach?
I have them going all the way.
Oh.
I'm saying
Patriots!
Rams, Bengals.
Whoa.
Rams, Bengals. I think the Rams are going to win.
I think we're gonna get the Super
Not
Bowl. We
about
all
the
don't
Super
fucking
Bowl, but I
all.
think
We
Rams
all
So we're
wins
win.
gonna
the-
see So we're gonna see a Super Bowl team win in their home stadium back-to-back years.
It's crazy. But I think
Right,
we're
it
gonna get
wouldn't
Super
be
Bowl we
far
all
off.
want to see. I think Super Bowl we're gonna get. I think we're gonna get Bucks. I think we're gonna get Bucks Patriots. I think we're gonna see Tom Brady suffer. I think we're gonna see the Pats win.
I
just
just
wanna
think
see-
Mac
yeah.
Jones can bring that team all the way to the Super Bowl.
I think Belichick is doing it, but forget him.
Can we turn his camera off? I'm done with his fucking shit.
to be the fucking Ravens, but whatever.
And then my Super Bowl prediction, I've already said it, but I'll say it again. Titans, Packers.
Wait, it's
Derrick Henry,
coming
Super
out.
Bowl.
Riding myself and
Revel in greatness.
What did you say the score? What did you say the score was? I get
I say
cut out.
score. I just said Derrick Henry, Super Bowl MVP. He'll probably have 200 yards and 2 touchdowns, and want his fucking dick all over Aaron Rodgers'
I
face.
think if I see the Titans in the Super Bowl, I might be sick.
I will be sick the whole time, and then hopefully the Titans are going to be. Hopefully the Titans will be 1 yard short again, and that's how we're ending it.
I hope so. I will laugh at them.
Bucks
The Titans are
diabetes
so
stroke.
insufferable.
Jaden, hit us with the outro.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Thanks for
Somehow
watching,
try.
everybody. That was the two-parter for our NFL, whatever, our show. Those are,
We already have an extravaganza.
yeah, we did. The NFL
The new
extravaganza.
version.
Yeah, I remember that.
New version.
Entirely too long. All right.
They have no idea how long this took when it's all finally edited down.
Oh, it's not being edited down. I'm just putting like a couple like transitions in there. This whole thing's going up for the most part.
Fuck yeah.
Wait.
Oh,
As long as Ryan
I wish
didn't
you
say
put-
any slurs, Ryan.
there's a lot of slurs. So, fuck!